Story 1. Never make someone your everything, because if you lose them, you're left with nothing. You need other things to make yourself happy and live a fulfilling life. You need friends, hobbies, goals, and so on. Story 2. Be comfortable with your own quirks. If you're not comfortable, then you can't expect your partner to be comfortable with them. In my case, overthinking and anxiety. Story 3. Do not accept a break. If it is a relationship issue, you solve it together, or you break up if either one of you is unwilling to work towards a solution. Story 4. Don't stay out of loyalty, obligation, or guilt. Stay because you genuinely want to. Along the same line, don't set yourself on fire to keep her warm. Story 5. Find someone who accepts you for who you are. Don't let them break down parts of yourself that aren't even unhealthy. Example: I don't like to scream and argue. I want to communicate and fix the issue. That's not a flaw. The issue is arguing, not covering anything about it, and acting like it never happened when the anger settles. You just end up full circle in a week's time. Even if you're all in and don't want to because you see hope, do not ignore the red flags. They are usually obvious. Don't be with someone who never accepts their responsibility. You are not the issue every time. There's never one way. Forget that. Recognize your own issues and try to fix them. This is never ending, but the more you do, the easier it is. It's a healthy habit. Story 6. The value of self-worth. Don't make them a priority if all you are is an option to them. Recognize that, walk away, and find someone who is just as excited to be with you as you are to be with them. Story 7. Do not overinvest. Match the giving and receiving of emotions and material things, and don't trust someone fully until you know them better. Watch out for red flags, like whether they were together with someone when they started dating you. That is monkey branching. Also, go with your gut feeling. If something feels off, it probably is. Story 8. If she wants kids and you do not, or vice versa, neither of you is going to change their mind. If everything feels like a favor or compromise, it is not going to last. You are her boyfriend, not her therapist. There is a limit to how much you can help. Story 9. I'll never be the only initiator again. I dated a girl who was incredibly attractive, and I was the only one who showed any effort. I've learned since then that not all girls are like that. Story 10. If she cheated on someone to be with you, she's going to cheat on you to be with someone else. The guy you don't have to worry about, you 100% have to worry about. People project their actions onto you. Story 11. When I'm upset, I say. When they behave poorly and disrespectfully, I'll say. When something needs to change, I'll say. I'll never suffer in silence again. Story 12. So many lessons. 1. Set some rules for yourself. Relationships last because you have the same values and outlook, not because she looks attractive. Yes, there has to be physical chemistry too, but do you want the same things? That really helps. Put realistic timelines on things. Communicate what you want or need, and if things don't change in 6 months, then you know it's going to be that way forever. Do they get along well with your friends and family? If they don't, that's a big red flag. If you have kids, that will be a problem down the road. You will get isolated and need a family support structure. Look for someone that's kind, generous, and patient, not just to you or their family, but to others around them. Watch how they treat strangers, like the waitress. That's who they really are. Look for someone that has their own goals. They should be capable of being happy in their own pursuits. Do they love their job? Do they have hobbies that they really enjoy? Then they are with you because they want to be with you, not because you entertain them. Don't start something you don't mean to finish. Don't mess with your own or their head. Intimacy is great, but only have it after you figure out these things above. Otherwise, you are not thinking straight. So figure out if this person is who you really want a long-term relationship with first. If they are the one, then let them know. Life is short. Make the most of it. Your best friend is your worst enemy. They know how to hurt you the most. Story 13. You do not need to be in one. I let her convince me that it was weird to not be in a relationship, but I would rather be weird than broke, exhausted, and constantly degraded. Story 14. Don't date a girl just because she meets my personal physical preferences. Also, just because you dated as children in high school doesn't mean you grew into even remotely compatible people in your 20s. Story 15. Always keep your self-respect and self-worth high. If a woman tries to break it, leave her. Women saying they have doubts or anything and want to think about it. I'll make it easy. I'm not an option or a doubt. So goodbye. Story 16. I'm allowed to say no. If my no ever gets disrespected, I'm leaving pretty much on the spot. It does not mean try harder. It does not mean throw a fit. It does not mean try to get me drunk. It does not mean pout and give me the cold shoulder. I don't want to means no, and if you can't respect that, there will be no relationship. Story 17. Don't let the negatives go too far. Deal with them immediately. In a relationship, there will always be times when you feel negatively about the other person for one reason or another. Serious things should be discussed right away. But small things add up. The longer you leave them, the more there are. I find most people don't want to talk about the smaller things. It'll fix itself. I'll get used to it. You tell yourself and they keep happening. You feel like you can't get mad about these things because they're so small. But they get big. Over time, they get big, and eventually you'll blow up and appear unreasonable. Approach every situation where you feel negatively about your partner directly to your partner. Every situation. It's worth having uncomfortable talks for the comfort when you reach a compromise. Trust me. Story 18. If you catch them lying about insignificant things in major ways, they will definitely lie about major things in significant ways. Leave immediately if you notice it. I will never forget the time I met a brand new group of people, and they brought our relationship up in conversation a year after breaking up, not realizing that I was the male half. Apparently, they had a very low opinion of me based on things she had told people that I have or would never do. That is not cool. Story 19. I have been married for nearly 12 years. I will tell you this. The person for you is the person who loves you for what you are. They are also the person who encourages you to be better. They see and understand what you are capable of and support you. They accept that you can fail. They celebrate your wins. Before my wife, I never realized what that was like. If you have a partner like that, treasure it. Story 20. Never, ever date your friend's ex. Even if you have permission, ever, no matter how attractive they are, just trust me. Top 5 dumbest things I've done in my life. Story 21. Someone can say they love you for years and years and never mean it. Look at what they do, not what they say. If it doesn't feel like they love you, don't convince yourself they do. For me, it was the little things that were missing. She didn't kiss me goodbye when she left for work. If I didn't make an effort to talk to her on any given day, she would happily ignore me. She was never the initiator when it came to sex. Actions speak far louder than words. Story 22. That their words need to match their actions. That my effort needs to be matched by theirs. That my own happiness is too important to be worrying over someone who isn't willing to put in the same energy. That they need to be able to see their mistakes too and not only see yours. Story 23. Confront issues and only be with partners who are happy to bring up issues without fear of conflict. Conflicts will occur either way, and the best indication for a couple to be together long-term is their ability to solve issues together. So jump on conflicts, solve them together, and if that works out, the relationship will work out. If issues and problems are avoided and swept under the rug, the relationship will either explode or just dissolve. Story 24. Don't worry about the possibility of hurting your significant other when sharing your feelings. Communication and arguments are better than no communication at all. Also, make sure you're happy, not just your significant other. Story 25. If she has just exclusive guy friends and has hardly any female friends, just know if the relationship ends, those guy friends will change quickly and be all over her, soon confessing how they really feel about her. I have always liked you. I just never got a chance to say it. Also, I would recommend not dating a 20-year-old when you are 25. The age difference isn't that big, but the maturity gap is there, and over time you will notice it. And always trust your gut feeling. Story 26. If she says that she wants to kill herself, tell her that it is not your problem, then send her resources for help with those thoughts. It sounds harsh, but you are not qualified to deal with it, and this strategy will help weed out the manipulators. Downvote me all you want. Your tiny blue arrows mean nothing to me. Story 27. Assign yourself an honest number from 1 to 9 representing how dominant you need to be in a relationship. Then find yourself a partner where the two of you total 10. You can't have a 9 date an 8 because they are battling for control. If a 2 dates a 3, you may struggle because no one can make a decision. Some people are 8s. If they find their 2, they will be happy. If you are a 5, don't look at an 8 and 2 relationship poorly. It works for them. Wish them luck. If you are a 5, keep searching for your 5. Story 28. If she casually tells you in the beginning that, I have some mental health issues, pay attention and leave at the first sign of trouble. Never ends. Story 29. People never change. If they do something once, there's a high chance that they'll do it again. Loving harder will not change them. Don't deceive yourself like that. Don't be with someone just because you think they have potential. If people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Believe your intuition. Character, morals, and mindset are more important than looks, education, and money. Always believe that you deserve the absolute best, and one should love themselves enough to walk away from things that are not for them. Story 30. Do not keep investing time if someone is not enthusiastic about being with you. If it's a constant battle to try to convince them that you are worth spending time with, it can only lead to sorrow. Find someone who is really excited to see you, who loves being with you, doing things for you and compliments you, and be that for them. Story 31. Don't put effort into someone who isn't putting effort back. Match the energy. Don't overinvest into someone who isn't investing in you back. Most importantly, although it'll hurt sometimes, walk away if you're unhappy or having second doubts. Story 32. Have pride and self-respect. If you let her walk on you, she will never respect you. You need to come up with a list of things that you will absolutely not tolerate, definite deal breakers. If she breaks any of those, walk away, no exceptions. Don't make excuses for her. Listen to your friends. While we were young and dating around, my close friend group had this understanding. If you saw something in your friend's girlfriend that raised a red flag, you had a duty to bring it up to him one time. Make it clear, tell him what is concerning you, and then leave it be. Don't bring it up again. How he decides to handle it is his business. And lastly, don't settle. Find someone that you are proud to be with. If you aren't proud to be with her, it won't last. Story 33. No amount of effort, kindness, or cleverness will make someone who isn't interested in you anymore be interested again. When it's over, it's over. Story 34. Even if you're upset, even if you don't feel like it in the moment, when they say they love you, say it back. You may not like them in that moment, but you still love them. Story 35. I firmly believe you can learn from this and never do it again when the cost of everything weighs on that random woman you were involved with. My morals weren't aligned, and I was mischievous all the time. Story 36. You cannot change people. You can only change the way they affect you. What frustrates you the most is what reminds you of what you dislike most about yourself. Story 37. Be yourself and be honest from day one. My first and only relationship lasted 12 years. I started off on the wrong foot by trying to be the person I thought I should be, the person I thought she wanted me to be. As a result, I put myself in a place where I couldn't actually be fully myself with her. It caused so many issues in our marriage that, as bad as it sounds, it was a relief when she died from cancer. To summarize, be honest, be your true self, and communicate. Story 38. 1. Don't try to act like a savior. Your health is equally important. Your time is equally important. Your opinion is equally important. Never let a relationship alter your lifestyle, such as your sleep schedule, eating habits, or work routine. Friends know what's better for you than her. Listen to them more often. Friends, brothers, and family deserve your time as well. Don't make last-minute decisions just because she says so. Talk the issues out rather than ignoring them. 10. Don't hide your past mistakes. 11. Make sure she doesn't hide her past mistakes. 12. Let her have her personal space. Make sure you do the same. Most important, don't befriend your ex. Story 39. She is not going to get better. She was on her best behavior at the beginning of the relationship. If her behavior has declined, it's not because she's changed. It's because she's showing you who she really is. And she's going to keep becoming who she really is until she reaches that point. So you need to decide where the bottom is and be prepared to leave if it ever gets there, because that elevator is not going to turn around. If you've been together for a couple of years and she still treats you like she did in the early stages of the relationship, then you have a keeper. If not, then you need to recognize that it is not going to return to that. Story 40. I learned an important lesson in a relationship back in high school. Being jealous or controlling isn't being protective over your significant other. Took me way too long to figure out why she left me, and I never saw it coming. Story 41. Being upfront with your intentions and feelings may not always yield the most comfortable results, but it is for sure the quickest route from uncertainty to certainty, from anxiety to resolution. Story 42. It's way better to be alone. My last relationship brought heartbreak so bad I don't think I could ever trust again the same way. I just cannot afford to be brought down that badly ever again, and I've literally turned down relationships in fear from the past. Plus, it's just not worth it to disappoint or cause harm through my anxieties.